There's something magical about legacy, especially when it comes roaring back to life. And when Yamaha decided to revive an icon, they didn't just bring back a name, they brought back an emotion. This is the 2025 Yamaha RX100, a name that once ruled the streets and hearts of enthusiasts in the 80s and 90s. Today, it's back with a bold promise, to fuse nostalgia with modern engineering. And let me tell you, this isn't just a rebadged commuter bike. Yamaha is betting big on soul, style, and performance. As we lay our eyes on it, the first impression hits with clarity. This is retro, but it's not stuck in the past. At the front, the RX100 greets you with a circular LED headlamp, housed in a slightly brushed aluminum casing, giving off that classic charm with a futuristic twist. The indicators maintain a minimalist, old-school look, yet come with crisp LED illumination. The front forks are telescopic, beefier than the original, giving it a more muscular stance without looking bulky. A small but beautifully crafted fender sits just above the 17-inch alloy wheel, which is new age in material but reminiscent in design. The front disc brake is ventilated, neatly blending performance with aesthetics. Moving along the side, the silhouette is unmistakably RX. That that glorious teardrop fuel tank is a direct homage to the classic, but with more aggressive contours. It proudly wears the Yamaha badge with a matte metallic finish that gleams under the sun. The color options this year are stunning: a deep ocean blue, fire red, and a heritage black with gold pinstripes that scream vintage cool. The twin flat seats look deceptively simple but are padded well for long rides, and the stitching detail is a nice touch. The exhaust is long, chrome finished, and angled with purpose. It's modern in emission standards, but the sound it produces? It's the growl of the streets from 3 decades ago. A refined but raw enough to give you goosebumps. The side panels, clean and elegant, carry the RX100 branding subtly, not screaming for attention but confident in its identity. Around the back, the theme continues: a nostalgia, reborn. A classic rectangular tail lamp, now fully LED, is set within a beautifully contoured rear cowl. The rear fender is functional, sleek, and not over-designed. The grab rail is metallic, robust, and adds a practical touch. The twin shock absorbers in the rear are adjustable, showing Yamaha's commitment to rider comfort while preserving visual heritage. The rear wheel is equipped with a drum brake in the standard variant, though the premium trim gets a disc. It's a well-thought-out rear and a clean, classy, and unmistakably RX. Step closer, and the charm extends inward. The instrument cluster is semi-digital. Twin pods house an analog speedometer and tachometer, giving you that mechanical satisfaction of a needle sweeping across. But nestled between them is a digital display that offers trip info, gear position, fuel efficiency, and Bluetooth connectivity for calls and turn-by-turn navigation. The handlebars are flat and wide, giving a commanding street presence. Switchgear quality is excellent, with tactile feedback and intuitive layout. The ignition still requires a key, a deliberate move to keep the experience grounded. The foot pegs are slightly rear set, hinting at sportiness, but comfort remains a priority. There's a USB charging port discreetly tucked under the seat, and even a small toolkit compartment, nodding to the bike's practical roots. But let's talk heart and soul now of the engine. Underneath that retro shell lies a 125cc single-cylinder, air-cooled motor, tuned for both city agility and open road fun. It churns out around 11.5 horsepower and 11 Nm of torque, numbers that might seem modest on paper, but feel far more alive on the street. The 5-speed gearbox is smooth, ratios well spaced for both traffic and spirited weekend rides. Fuel injection ensures smooth throttle response, and the bike feels eager, like it wants to leap ahead with every twist of the wrist. Weighing in at just under 118 kilograms, the RX100 feels light, nimble, and absolutely flickable in traffic. The chassis balance is spot on, and the suspension setup strikes a fine balance between firmness and absorption. Braking performance is solid. The front disc offers good bite and feedback, while the rear drum feels progressive. On the higher variant, the dual disc setup with single-channel ABS adds confidence, especially during emergency stops. Ride comfort is commendable, with the seat and suspension soaking up most road imperfections. The handlebar seat peg triangle ensures upright posture, making it suitable for daily commutes and longer weekend rides alike. Now let's talk numbers. The Yamaha RX100 is priced quite competitively. The standard variant comes in around a superscript 11.15 lakh ex showroom, while the premium variant with dual disc brakes, matte paint, and Bluetooth tech pushes closer to a superscript 11.30 lakh. It's positioned smartly between the commuter and entry-level sports bike segments, targeting both new riders and nostalgia seekers. Yamaha's strategy here is clear: deliver a stylish, reliable, and fun-to-ride motorcycle without overwhelming the rider or the wallet. In terms of mileage, you're looking at an average of 55–60 km per liter under mixed riding conditions. That makes it both a performer and a penny saver. Add Yamaha's service reliability and parts availability, and the RX 100 becomes not just an emotional choice but a practical one too. So, where does this bike land in the real world? It's not the fastest, nor the most tech-laden, but that was never the goal. What Yamaha has done here is craft and experience a bike that feels alive, that talks to the rider. It brings back the analog charm in a digital age. It reminds us why we fell in love with motorcycling in the first place. The 2025 RX 100 isn't just a motorcycle, it's a story on wheels, retold for a new generation. If you're someone who values character over gimmicks, presence over pixels, and heritage with a heartbeat, this might just be your next ride. The RX 100 is back, and it's better than ever. Thanks for riding along in this review. If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button, subscribe for more automotive stories, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite memory with the original RX 100, or are you planning to make new ones with this one? Ride safe, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.